My first introduction to Sean was when he started as a summer student, and a couple of people told me, by the way, you have a coachee who's starting in the summer named Sean Burke. And my initial thought was, that's nice. He sounds like someone who works for the Canucks. So I met him, and first impression was, this guy has nothing to do with hockey. He's so tall, he must be a basketball player.
About 4 or 5 years ago, the tax group started bringing in students directly. I was following a couple of athletes on the North Shore that were big basketball players at SFU. One of them was a graduate from Argyle. His name was Sean Burke. He was a starting point guard. He was about 6'4", and he was in business school. So I thought, this is a great guy that we should be interested in.
I met Sean actually through one of the tax partners at PwC, and he told me that he was going to have this new associate come and work on one of our files, and apparently this associate was a big-time basketball player. So I figured to myself, well, first, he's probably not that good at basketball, and probably doesn't know anything about tax either. So it turns out, I was only half right. He's actually a hell of a basketball player, and the tax stuff all came later.
Sean is kind and caring, and he's so responsible, and I really like to stress the word kind because I really think to define a person's greatness, it's by his kindness.
One of the things that John always mentions about Sean is that he took note of him because of his leadership skills that he displayed on the basketball court, and he wasn't sure that he would be able to translate those leadership skills into the firm, but clearly he's demonstrated that he is a leader, just not on the court, but off the court.
In team sports, it's very important that you realize that other people are relying on you for success, and you're also relying on your colleagues for success. So that mutual dependency to succeed translates very well into the business world, because at PwC, most of our work is involved with teams, people at the same level, people above and below you in the hierarchy. Natural leaders come to the forefront, and Sean, through both his natural humility, his talents, and his sporting background, captain of the Simon Fraser University basketball team, has emerged as a natural leader.
You know, I've had a bunch of great leaders here at PwC that I've been able to learn from as well too. So for me to be able to see how that leadership can transition again from the basketball court and in a team competitive situation and into a competitive situation in the office, it might be a little different in the way we approach things, but at the end of the day, the principles are all the same.
Ever since he's joined us, he's been very active in trying to take the firm out to his network of people. He's constantly involving PricewaterhouseCoopers in his activities and his activities he does on behalf of the university.
His genuine nature really does come through, and so clients see that, colleagues see that, classmates see that, and it's very consistent. And through the consistent positive feedback about Sean, I realized this guy is the real deal. He's not trying to put on a show, he's not trying to impress everyone, he's just being himself.
So Sean's the kind of guy that likes to motivate people, and he's kind of become my morning cup of coffee on Mondays. He sends out an email which has a motivational theme to it.
Sean is fantastic at sourcing good inspirational messages, editing it, and sending it out. And those messages have the polish of somebody who's been 30 years in the business world despite his 2 years in the business world.
Whatever he does it with such a caring that he really wants the best for his clients, for his team, for PwC, and for everyone around him.
Sean, well done. Kudos and accolades to you. You deserve this award.